Hi, I'm Leonard Forsman. I'm chairman of the Suquamish tribe, and we're here on the Washington State Ferry Clayton, coming over from Seattle to Bainbridge Island. We're on a ferry much like this back in 2013 when a unique and culturally important event happened here to me and to the Suquamish tribe. On that day, I had come over for some other business up at the West Point treatment plant, where there was an archaeological site I helped excavate in '92, and we were doing some work related to the ancestors associated with that particular project. On the way back down to the ferry, I just happened to get on a ferry heading for Bainbridge, and while I was riding over in the cabin, the captain got on board the speaker and announced that there were some orca whales swimming across and along the ferry. A number of whales reaching the water and swimming along and executing their skill in the water, and really kind of playing around, almost racing the ferry in a way like they've been known to do. Of course, everybody got very excited by that, and I thought, well, this is very interesting because it doesn't happen all the time, and very unique that they have a sunny day when orcas were out on Puget Sound. It's, of course, extremely culturally and spiritually important to the Suquamish people and myself. I said, maybe I'll get a better look if I go down to the car deck and watch from right alongside the water. So when I got down to the car deck, I noticed there were two museum vans from the Burke Museum. Those vans were there to transport some artifacts that were in the process of being returned to the Suquamish Museum. They were associated with Old Man House, the home of Chief Seattle and Chief Kitsap. It was quite powerful to, by chance, end up on the same ferry as the artifacts being transferred over, and witnessing the orca, southern resident killer whale pod, escorting those artifacts back. They were off here, off the starboard side, and also off the port side of the ferry, and getting awfully close. I mean, not too close to cause a problem. The ferry had to slow down a little bit, but didn't have to stop because they were kind of paralleling us, like I say, kind of like guiding us to back to Suquamish lands over on Bainbridge Island. Kind of made us feel like we were in the right path spiritually and culturally, and they were supporting the cultural resurgence of the Suquamish tribe, and celebrating that with us and making sure that those artifacts return safely, and kind of reconnect our people with our traditions, with our culture. So it's quite joyful to see them healthy at that time, and really brings up the importance of us taking care of those priorities that we have to keep in mind, which are also priorities for our people, which is more salmon in the system, less toxics in our water, and also trying to reduce vessel traffic when the orcas are here feeding every year. The ferry will announce every time they see orcas, and it's fairly rare. I mean, it happens, a couple times a year, but it's I ride the ferry a lot, and it's only happened maybe 5 or 6 times where we've had those announcements, and they're not usually this close as they were on that particular day. So it wasn't just a random, run-of-the-mill coincidence. I mean, actually was a kind of you might call it coincidence. We don't believe it was a coincidence, but the fact that this happened at the same time and all came together is very powerful. But this emphasizes the importance of our connection with them, and we've had that strong connection because they're very big. They're both beautiful animals, and they're also fishermen like we are, and are very skilled at that. So many of our people had a strong connection with Kalkalahach, as we call the killer whale in our language. Like I told people in the task force, I said the whales are asking for the same thing the tribes have been asking for a long time. So once again, more fish, less toxics, less vessel traffic, more opportunities to have a harvestable supply of Chinook and other salmon. For all these things to coalesce on one ferry ride was quite impressive, and obviously something probably greater than our mortal selves, and something that we might call spiritual.